Well, hello everybody. Well, here it is, June, I think it's 4th or 5th already. It's Sunday. I'm not sure if it's the 4th or 5th. Hell, I don't really care. They're all the same to me now. But anyway, I want to give you an update. My last update here for a little bit, because I'm going to be working on my old bus here next week. I got a real good friend who lives not too far away from me. He arranged for me to get the paint I'm going to need for my bus. And I couldn't be happier than a pig in mud. And I'm telling you, what a friend he is. I'm so tickled to death, I can't wait to get going on the bus again. It's been over a year and a half now since I've done anything to us, anything. But anyway, let's get back to what this video is supposed to be about. Again, you're seeing, as I'm walking up to the garden area right here, the entrance to the garden area. And you can see how things have changed probably since the last video. And things are really growing out of shape here. And way over there is the vines, or the tomatoes, I should say, the cherry tomatoes. Look how tall those babies are. They got to be around almost 7 foot tall right there. And what I'm doing is I'm trimming the tops now so they don't go much more higher than what they are. I'm going to have to use a ladder to harvest them. And anyway, if I cut the tops off, I believe that the fruits will get bigger and have more of them. And so, what the hell do I know? I'm almost, this is a learning curve to me. But anyway, things they're looking good for me now. And if you can look real close, you can see like at this. You can see tomatoes probably real close. There's some little ones right there. There's probably pretty good sized ones right down the side of there. And anyway, finally, with the sun, we're finally getting. We're finally getting some fruit on our vines. But anyway, I've learned a lot of things on this experience. Geez, and I'm going to just sit down here for a couple of minutes and just let you eyeball everything here. This is my tomato bed number 1 right here. This is the one. This is the one I really love. This one here. And but I've learned that I've got to space my tomato plants next year if I have another garden. These plants here are between 20 and 24 inches apart. And next year I'm going to plant them 4 feet apart because I can see the difference. I've had to put controllers and everything on here, braces on here to control the leaves, I mean the branches of the tomato plants. And hell, I don't know what I'd have done if I didn't buy the things I did from Amazon. Anyway, you can see the white little. Let's see, I'll zoom in so you can see probably what would have been in operation right there. Let's see. You can see how I've got my branches of the tomato plant attached to the vine. This hold the branches and also the tomatoes when they start coming out, such as you see right there. When they start getting bigger and heavier, these things also hold the tomatoes up. So anyway, I'm so glad I got some of the things I got from Amazon so I can do this project. But I'm going to do the same thing to these plants right here because they're getting so big. When you reach the very top where the screen is right there on the roof, on the ceiling I'm going to call it, that's about 7'6" from the ground level. And when you reach that point, I'm going to cut them off. And I'm going to hope that all the energy, instead of the energy going to making the plant bigger and bigger and bigger, that now it'll start going making the fruit bigger and bigger. We'll see if I make the right decision. All I know is that this is June 4th, and you show me anybody that's got plants as big as these babies are. But I worked hard for them all since November, and I babied them and babied them. I would come out here every day. I'm working with them, and they're finally giving me my reward for my hard labor and everything. But anyway, I'll take us through a quick tour here instead of patting myself on the back here and everything. Over here, I'm going to turn around, which is about 180 degrees. My pepper plants, there's a mixture of hot Tabasco peppers, and then and next to it is a regular bell peppers. So we'll see what happens. They probably cross-pollinated. I'm going to have real good hot bell peppers or else real dull hot peppers. I don't know which. But anyway, I'm just starting to get fruit on them. Let's see. Here's the bell pepper. You can see it's down there. It's right. Let's see. I don't know if you see my finger. I can't. I wish I could see what the hell I'm doing. Right here, anyway. There's the bell pepper just starting to form there, anyway. And in the back, let's see. And then I got some hot peppers that are really, the Tabasco peppers are really starting to come out. And let's see, and some hot peppers down below, right there. So the peppers are starting to do really well now. They average about almost 4 inches a day now that they grow. Over here, my first pole beans, I discovered, whoops, I caught my table there. I discovered that I was watering these babies too much. And if you can see on the leaves, you can see that there's the brown spots and everything like that. Well, that's from being watered too much. And so I'm trying to water them less and less. It's really hard to judge because this is my first year, and if they look thirsty, I give them a shot. But anyway, another thing that I've learned and I'm doing right now is these plants, they're growing really big. All of my plants are growing big because the nitrogen levels are really high. And I didn't test the grounds properly. I didn't test them before I started planting for each one of, because each plant takes a different nitrogen level and phosphorus level and that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, to correct the problem for the tomatoes, which is the most important thing for me, is I went and purchased, we'll get the package in a minute. I went and purchased Dr. Earth's fishbone meal, and it's a 3-18-0. And what that is the nitrogen would be 3, the phosphorus would be 18, the middle number, and but the potassium is 0. Well, 18 supposedly I think is correcting my problem of not getting much fruit on my tomatoes. I believe it's I put this, I've ordered 5 bags of this stuff, and I put it around every single plant that I have, and I'm noticing a difference at the tomatoes here already, and that's only after a few days. And I don't think it's too late. They needed to have the right levels of chemicals before I started planting, and I didn't do that. That's just another thing I learned this year, and I'm passing it on to you. Test your ground before you plant, and test each one of your beds where you're going to plant it, because each bed may be different. I made my soils all the same, but just as a matter of experience, make sure that you test each one of your beds, okay? Okay, so this is enough of the tomatoes, and of course I said the pepper beds, and over here is my other pole beans that are finally starting to climb. And the little shits, they want to go over the top of the pole here. As you can see, now I run string all along there so they can climb along the string. So I got to go along, and I got to keep bending them. Well, not bending them, but bringing them back down and twisting them around to go on the string. They just don't want to do it. But anyway, they're doing really well, and I'm getting small fruit. Just starting on small beans. Just starting there. And let's see. Well, they're all around. Yeah, you can see. They're all around it. See right here? There you go. There's some of the beans right there. See them? But anyway, and oh, my potato plants. Oh, I hate to see these guys dying off, but I'm afraid that's what they're doing. They're maturing now, and they're saying that they're getting ready to harvest pretty soon. And I've got some that are ready to harvest now, but not these in particular. But it was so beautiful. Look all the greenery when it was here for so long. And of course, let's see, I'll give you a back angle here. The cucumbers. Let's see, right all the way back. Yeah, I guess so. The cucumbers are really doing fine, and they're growing good and they're growing big. And as you can see, it's hard with this. There's one right behind there, hiding all over the place. Again, I'm trying to train these boys to go vertical first and then horizontal. And what a treat it is. It keeps you busy. But they're all doing really good. There's another one where that's ready. Remember, this is just June 4th or 5th. And I'm already getting these vegetables. We've been eating. And there's another nice one down the bottom down there. And these are really growing well. But next year I think I'm going to grow a different kind. We'll see though at the end of this year. One thing I'm not happy with is my onions. I'm not happy at all. They're starting to bulb now. But my God, I've had these things in since December. They've been in the ground. And now they're just starting to bulb now. But anyway, they're in here. We got a lot of them, and we'll see what happens this year. But I got to find out, try to figure out more by next year what I'm doing wrong. And here's another pot with some potatoes, plants in it. These are just starting to die off now, just starting. And of course, I'll go over to the big area where they are dying. So let me walk over there. And okay, now this is the other tomato bed. Look at this. It's like a forest in there. Now these plants are only 18 inches apart. I'll never do that again. We're probably not going to be able to find the fruit until we almost pull the plants down. But it's so thick in there. And right here, the very front, right here in the very front, you get around 8 or 10 4 to 5 foot sunflowers. They're going to be there, yellow sunflowers. So I just want to have a little color. But look at this. And again, when these plants all get up to the top of the ceiling up there, which is going to be in a matter of only a couple of days. In fact, over there, I got a couple that are almost ready, probably tomorrow or day after. I'm going to start cutting them off as soon as they touch this the material on the top. This material has made these plants grow like crazy. It's kept them from shrinking down. I can't praise it enough. If you're going to do something similar to what I just done, get the 30% shade screen off Amazon again, and you're going to be happy as hell. Your plants won't wilt. It hasn't been summertime here yet, but I haven't had no wilting at all of any of my plants yet. We've had some hot days. So again, now let's see if I can move it down. Hang on a minute here. How the heck do I do that here now? Okay. I want to see. Look at those boys there. Those are my first real big ones there. And I'm happy to pig in them. Look, they gotta be baseball size right now. Maybe a little bit bigger, but about baseball size. And also speaking new babies. Now look at Toya. I just put that 3-18-0 fertilizer in here, and now it's showing that the plants are starting to finally show making fruit. But you got to look all over for it. There's some inside there, right here. But it's all over the place. That's going to be hard to harvest in there. Here's my potato plants that are in the plastic bags. This is another experiment. Oh no, my battery's going to run down. Okay, I'm going to have I'm not going to harvest yet. I'm going to go over and show you the ones that I'm going to harvest before the battery goes dead on me. Right here, so I might do these either tomorrow or the next day. And so I'll videotape it as I do. But look at the size of these plants here, which are in 3 foot high or 30-inch high beds, 24-inch high beds, excuse me. But the plants themselves have got to be just about 7 foot. Now look at all the tomatoes that are coming out of these babies. Look at them all. It won't be long. They'll start reddening up, and we won't be able to eat them all. But I'm going to eat one right now. In fact, here's one right here. There's a little right there, a little cherry tomato. I'm going to eat that baby. Well, my battery's going to go dead on me, so I can't talk anymore. I'm going to try to come down here really quick. It's not dead yet. Go down here and show you how the strawberries are doing. Hope you can see them through this material. I got that material there to keep the chipmunks and everything out. But it's the whole tier of all my strawberry plants is just about completely covered. This year there won't be many strawberries in it. Next year will. This year they're just they're youth. Next year they'll be adults. So before my battery goes, I'll say goodbye, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. Bye.